I didn't think I hit the done button when I set this up. So you might not have seen it until just now. uh, 4 people. Anyway, it's the Saturday before Easter. Now, we did a live a couple days ago because I was trying to figure out how to do this this thing where I could start inviting people on. I think that'd be fun. And anybody who wants to be invited, please let me know. Because I think there's a few of you that would be kind of fun, right? Like every week we'd have a guest, maybe even 2. I think that would be kind of fun, if you ask me. So I'm trying to figure that out. We did the live, a couple days ago? And it needed 23 hours for me to run this this system. And I decided not to do it tonight because I'll play with it maybe midweek. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Happy Easter. Lynn, happy Easter. Tim, happy Easter. Cajun Man 99, South Louisiana. Happy Easter to you too. Yeah, so I'll play with that this coming week. Maybe we'll do a live like Wednesday or Thursday or something. We'll see. See how the weather is. Yes, weather's supposed to get nice next week, I think, because we got rain. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Where'd I go? Where did I go? There we go. Hey, Alton, I sent that to you about 20 minutes ago. So that should be coming into your email. Yeah, so I want to try that. I always forget the name of the program I'm going to try to use. Um, I don't know. I just can't remember anything. But this is a program that will allow me to have you on. I know a couple of people have said that, well, one guy, Dave Gass, has said he's used it before. And there's a couple ways to do it. It's like a Zoom, basically. It's like a Zoom. Um, let's see if I have it here on my email. Pretty sure I had it. It doesn't really matter, but let me see. Adventures of the Rugged Retiree. That sounds like a good name. From British Columbia. Julie Joyce, what's your favorite Easter candy? Um, I don't think I have a favorite, to tell you the truth. I I mean, I might have to go with Steve and say jelly beans, but a Dove dark chocolate rabbit is pretty good too. No Peeps, no, that's just man, that's just sugar, sugar, sugar. Brenda, no Peeps, no. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Trying to figure out what the name of this stuff was again. We talked about it last live, not last Saturday, but we did a live during the week. And StreamYard. Yeah. Anybody familiar with StreamYard? Because it said when I tried to set it up a couple days ago, I needed 24 hours or something. What is there a hair hanging here? I needed 24 hours. So I was going to do it today. And then I thought, nah, I don't want to screw around with it. So anybody that wants to be on the live with me, just for 5 or 10 minutes, I'll hook you in and we'll go do that. Hey, Angela, how are you? Randy, Angela, and another Randy. No, same Randy. Okay. It's the thumbs up fooled me. I thought it was part of the name or something. Yeah, when I was watching Steve's live, I think it was Thursday, I was heading to the store. I didn't get back in time. I got sidetracked a little bit, and I was sitting in the car watching the live, and I said, I got to run in the grocery store. Anybody need anything? And Steve was talking about black jelly beans. and somebody wanted a Dove dark chocolate. Hey, retired and loving it. How you guys doing? Happy Easter to you. Jay Johns. Finally some sunshine. Well, good for you because we've had nothing but overcast and rainy. And I mean, it got a little bit warm, but now it's down to, actually, it's not bad. It's not showing me. Where's my temperature? Huh. Let's see if it pops up. But yeah, it's like 65. Not bad. But I put the sweatshirt on. I had just a shirt, a t-shirt on, and I threw the sweatshirt on too. I still got my shorts on, so it's not too bad out. JNP96. Happy Easter from Wisconsin. How's your weather in Wisconsin today? Oh, Alton, you got the 84 and sunny, huh? That's nice. I'm glad you guys are. I'm glad anybody who gets good weather. I'm so glad for that. I'm trying to see. Looks like my battery's going down, but is it charging? Is it plugged in? Okay, it looks like it's plugged in. I should be okay. This seems like I'm very, very low on battery power here. So if I do leave you for some reason, I don't know why. Everything is plugged in that I can see. I have an extension cord from my cord over there. I have a little extension cord that goes into my Dell computer, and the cord's in there, so that should be good. Hopefully, but if I die out for some reason, you'll know why. I got something screwed up. BT loves SF. Easter dinner plans fell through. How do you deal with family disappointments? Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but what your exact deal is there with that. But I can tell you this: now that we don't really have any of our family left alive, you know, uh, kind of like those old days, now it's just going to be, I think our daughter and her husband are coming over tomorrow, and it'll be low key, and that'll be it. Hey, Theo, how are you? It was 80 here today in southern Indiana. That's nice. I'm glad, seriously, I'm glad you guys are getting some good weather. That's good. Live chat. I have the live chat on. Sunny and in the 60s. Yeah, it's not bad as long as you got some sun. Like I said, it's been overcast all day. Well, it's been raining yesterday and today. It was raining, and that's what they said. Uh, they said that's what was going to happen. Love watching you and Steve. It is definitely underrated. Yeah, giving myself too many days off. Yeah, I'm going to do a video. Saw somebody else do one. Nicole just did one about going back to work. I'm going to do something about that too, because um, for a number of reasons. But I'll probably do that video either after this live or probably more than likely tomorrow. I put some facts and figures together, my own personal facts and figures, between the market and YouTube income and the expenditures that I have that I really didn't foresee. But I mean, yeah, in the back of my mind, I did. Like the $20,000 hookup I'm going to have. I think I'm going to have for sewer hookup. Right now, we have an aeration tank here. We've been here 30 years, and they say there's sewers across the street, but the EPA has never asked us to hook up. So I don't know. Hey, Noreen, you were logged into the wrong account. That's all right. Hey, T Bark One. Happy Easter to you, Midwest old man. How are you? Happy Easter to you and your family. Thank you. Early bed for me again. Have to be up at 4 a.m. for work tomorrow. Oh man, that's not good. That is not good. Stuart and flip flops. Hey, how is China today? Carl, there you are. At your age, the battery needs 10. Yeah, I told Carl. I told Captain Billy. Hey, Mark. I told Captain Billy that he's not going to be here today. He told me on the commented on the live, midweek live, that he has to help somebody with their bathroom and it's not me. But I told him that you'll have to fill in for him. Yeah, I'll. Oh yeah, that's right. Your 67-year-old friend passed. That's right. Yeah, you said that midweek live. Um, sure miss the old Easter traditions. Yeah, we just used to have a packed house. Um, just like a big packed house, and after a while they've all passed away, and it's just kind of strange. It's very strange not having people over on holidays anymore. It's just basically just the two of us, and that's kind of it. Hey, Dana's Garden Retreat, how are you? I didn't catch up on your videos today. I've been slumming around today. Hey, Ray Anderson, how are you? Brenda, I'm a federal employee being forced to volunteer to retire. I'm scared and excited watching you and Dwayne. Yeah, this is a crazy time for getting out because of the market being down, but hopefully things are going to straighten out. I was just reading yard work was going on, so I missed the last live. Mid 60s. That's cool. Not sure you can handle the pressure, Carl. You're going to have to. You should have uh, done some temporary work over at Menards to get yourself ready. I was going to email you, but I didn't have your email address. So, yeah, yeah. Holidays are strange. Getting old is not easy or fun. Yeah, that's right. Definitely the old traditions have started to fade away and branch out. Yeah. Um, hey, Sherry, how are you? Ed from Long Island, how are you? Yeah, I just got an email from, and I won't say names, and actually, I don't even have their name. They just signed it T, and they are working at 63. They told me they got some money, but they still have a house payment, and they had some issues. They work out 6 days a week, felt really good, but they wanted to keep the health insurance. That's why they were working. They wanted to retire at 65. And they were going to head to the doctor's. Doctor says do a stress test, and it didn't come out good. So Friday, just past Friday, they went to the doctor. So I followed up and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And they said they got a blockage. And I think they got to get, they got to get that taken care of. So I'll be following up with them. But their point was, um, being young, try to retire when you can, right? Try to retire when you can because you never know. And this person eats. I don't know if it's female or male. This person eats well. This person works out 6 days a week. Only 63 years old and is already getting a bypass. So you never know. Brenda. Hey, 280 zone. How are you? What's all these messages retracted? What's all that about? I spent bathroom money at Menards. That counts. That counts. Yeah, I was telling you guys during the week we did a live, just just an impromptu live. Actually, we got like 60 people that joined, believe it or not. But yeah, I was just saying that I'm going to get the electrical done, and $4,200, 4,200. So add that to the 20,000 I'm going to have in a couple years here with the sewer. Um, yeah, I might go back to work. Just part time. I think I'm going to have to. Less stress is worse than weight in gold. Yeah, you better believe it. Just cooking for 3 here tomorrow. Yeah, that's cool. Are you counting the dog? If you haven't closed the couch or the chair on it yet. I was saying, with the cats that we got, this is Buzz. We have a couch that has the two reclining feet things, whatever you call them. And she always keeps hers up. And it drives me nuts because the coffee table and her thing, I'm always banging into one of the two because she always wants to leave it up. And Well, somebody on this channel crushed their dog. Well, it wasn't you, Dana. I know it wasn't you. So thankful we retired when we did. Yeah, the health thing is true. It's really true. Oh, you're the T. Okay, there you are. Okay, I just didn't want to, you know, throw out names or anything like that. You know what I mean? Um, I'd like people to volunteer the information, but I hope so. So you, from what I understand, you have to get a bypass at least on one side, right? And that's just new information that you got Friday, uh, yesterday. Yesterday was my 1 year anniversary. Oh, really? You had the valves put in? Wow, 1 year anniversary. Holy cow! Four with dog. I told Sonny he's no longer allowed on the recliner. Yeah, that poor dog. He's so small. He's about the size of a cat. Looks like a bypass, maybe two. Yeah, you don't know yet, right? Nowadays, I don't want to demean the process or make it sound too simple, but they're pretty good at that stuff now, from what I understand. I know people that have gotten them, and they were back on their feet pretty quick. So um, now you won't be walking tomorrow, but it's not bad. So hopefully everything will work out for you. Finally got the shower and tub updated. First retirement project done. Glad no electric behind it. Hey, good for you. Time or distance. Yeah, we just picked out. I was just saying it live a couple days ago that we got a bunch of floor samples. I got wall samples. I might try that Palisades wall. It's like the same stuff for the floor, but it's for your walls. All waterproof stuff. So I'm thinking about. We're looking at that. It's not cheap, but or we could just paint. I mean, we actually had wallpaper on there from when the people had the house before us. We just never changed it. 30 years, we never changed it. Love these videos so much. That's Thank you, Anna. I appreciate it, and happy Easter to you. Click the like button. Yeah, 114 people and 34 likes. Oh, I'll have to do better. I have to do better. I've had a couple of buddies that have had bypasses, and they're back on their tennis court. I always tell them they play better now. They got their batteries changed, huh? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it used to be a big deal, but now, and again, I'm not trying to make it too low key, but it's still surgery. It's still an issue, but they do such a good job now. Medicine has come such a long way, it really has. How do you handle projects as it relate to your money? Well, Ray, my bathroom project and my shed project were two that I already put out before I retired. I had X amount, like I put 1,000 away for the shed, and I think I put 4,000 away for the bathroom. Now, I did not put anything away for the electrical, and like I said, that's going to be 4,200, and that's going to happen next week. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm glad it's going to get done in a way, because getting a new 100 amp service and getting a couple new lines put in. The bathroom will have its own 20 amp service, separate from everything else. And then I got a freezer that'll get its own 20 amp circuit. So I'm kind of glad I'm doing it, but that's another 4,200 bucks. That one I didn't really plan on. And those things come up. That's the way it goes. COVID helped us to decide to retire in 2020. Yeah, a lot of people. Thank you, Debbie. Plus, is bathroom community. We're all spending money. Well, the bathroom, that's not bad because people see it. Uh, Bypass more common than transmission rebuild. Yeah. Hey, Pennsylvania. I was born in Erie. Erie, PA is my hometown. Lawrence Park, Pennsylvania, near the GE plant. That's where my father was from. Um, yeah, but the bathrooms, those are good things to do. They're always good things to do. The electrical, it's not as fancy, it's not as glamorous, but it's good to have that done too. You still have the mortgage. Grateful the car is mine. Wish money grew on trees. Boy, I'd cut down your tree and take it from you. I'll tell you, or at least I'd come help you pick off the limbs. Retirement is great, but it'd be better if I could lose the wife. Ah, I was just having that conversation today, although I was having it with myself. Retirement downsizing has begun. I sold 2 of my vehicles. Really, Kelly? Yeah. There's so like I went up in the attic today because I was clearing a space for the electricians. They have to get up there and do some stuff, and which regards to the bathroom. So I was up there pushing some stuff out of the way, and we got so much junk, and I just want to haul everything down and just put it on the curb or give it all to Goodwill. Thanks. I was just curious how it figured in. Yeah, I'll pick on my Social Security. It'll just be kind of a side note. Um, my day to day operating money is kind of the way I just set it up on my Social Security. But I'll make a side note that this had to come out of savings. If I buy a car or something too. So far, the car is doing good. But if that's an expense that's going to happen eventually, maybe in a couple of years, hopefully, I last a couple more years. Hit the like button. 58. Sneak over the fence. Did the Browns taking the draft? Boy, that's Thursday, right? Yeah. I got Friday. I'm getting my taxes done. I did the extension. Thursday, I'm going to go to the local dog shelter. I'm going to see if I can volunteer there. They have an open house. And right before the draft is at 8 o'clock on Thursday, I think. And I think they should take that receiver defensive back. They might take him. But more than likely they're gonna give the pick away and to somebody else. More modern bathroom 10 years ago, no regrets. Hey Bobby Mosier, how you doing? Yeah, Noreen, I know what you mean. We got some stuff up today to put in the yard sale. Yeah, we just have. I mean, I'm telling you, it's kind of an issue with me. I'll just kind of leave it at that. Hey, Michigan, sweet country living. How you doing? We had a garage sale last week, made $650. Wow, man, what were you selling? Gold? I'm amazed at how few miles I drive now that I'm retired. Yep, I just put in $29 of gas, and that'll last me the rest of this month and probably into the week. At least a week and possibly into mid-May. The way things are going, anyway. It's at 8. I agree. They'll take Travis Hunter. Yeah, I think so too. Travis Hunter does seem to be the pick now. Do you and Mrs. Buzz have separate cars? We just have one car. We're down to one car. 1 week from today, we're heading to Alaska. Wow, cool. Is that a cruise? I met a really nice dog today. It's up for adoption. Oh boy. Yeah, I that's what I'm afraid of is Mrs. Buzz says you're going to bring all them dogs home, and I said nah. I mean, it gets me out of the house, and my daughter's doing it down at the Cleveland Kennel. Um, it's a bit of a drive, but this one's only like I don't know 4 miles away. I thought maybe I'll just at least go to the open house and just see what they're all about. If you volunteer at the dog, yeah, I know. I will. I probably will come home with one or two. I meant to tell you guys. I asked my mom why she didn't like consumer. She said they didn't have a store to go to fix her phone. Oh, yeah. Consumer cellular is not that. It's not that cheap. It's up there. I think Mint Mobile is and maybe this Visible are cheaper options. I've got the Mint now, and so far it's doing okay. My 2-factor authentications were coming through, but they seemed like they were coming through It took a while, like another 30 seconds or 40 seconds. But other than that, it's been working so far. Spent some money this week. New A.O. Smith gas range and hood plus the bathroom water heater. Okay. Meant to tell you, okay. And Ray Anderson, me too. Cooking. Yes, a cruise. Good. Good. Noreen, I probably would have took it. A.O. Smith is a brand name of a water heater company. Yet, as far as cruises, I was just talking to a guy I retired. He worked with me, and he retired. He's probably 10 years older than I am, and he's loaded with bucks. He's loaded up. Him and his wife, and they just took a 10-day cruise, Puerto Rico, and all the way around there somewhere. 10 grand. So it cost them about 10 grand. Pack the budget. I know. 280 zone. I know. I know. That dog food is not cheap. And cats, you don't have to take them to the vet. Yeah, I mean, but dogs, you really should take them and just get them checked out more often, I think. I heard service on mint is spotty. So far, I haven't had a problem, but I haven't had it that long, but so far. I'm a mint customer for years. It worked even in France and Belgium. Cool. Just paid Costco and Sunny. Hey, Carlos, guess how much mine was? I almost took a picture of the sign. Almost. And I was going to post it as just a post on YouTube. 253. 253 for unleaded. You hear me? 253. I haven't seen a gas price like that since it's got to be 5 or 6 years. Cleveland Browns need to sign. I don't like Will Howard. No, Brian. I don't like. He just reminds me of too many other short white guys that we've had. Don't like him. Nope, don't like him. Hey, Gracie, how you doing? Does Mint utilize? Yes, T-Mobile cellular towers. That's why I went with it instead of Visible, because even though Visible's on Verizon, I knew what I was getting with T-Mobile, so I kind of figured if I stick with Mint and stick with the T-Mobile towers, I should be okay. And so far, so good. Costco, $20. You got Chihuahua? Oh yeah. Yeah, the Chihuahuas are small. They don't eat much. And we have Ting, $10 a phone. Then any data's five. It's killing me. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I got the 20 gig. What? No, 15 gig plan. And so far, I haven't. Uh, Now I was doing some. Hey, repairs rule. How you doing? I was doing some stuff, doing some uploads because I wanted to try it out. 289 in Wisconsin. You're getting there. Very tempted. Same price per gallon at Carlsbad. Ruptured gland. Oh, is that what? Okay. I thought you were going. That was a low blow. What was a low blow? 309 in Harrisburg, 279 in Tucson. Oh, that's pretty good. Soon to be a member of the IDC party. All right. 287. Somebody was just telling me that it was 489. They got gas for 489 in Seattle. And I was like, how could that be? It was 261 or 260 when they told me that. And I was like, 489? That's just crazy. Why the drop in U.S. gas prices? I have no idea. I have no idea. 243 at Murphy's. Wow. Now we're really getting down there. Yeah, so I got the 15 gig. I know I showed my phone number last time. I showed this my personal number, but I'm at 13.58 So I really haven't used any. So I'm going to go with the 5 gig plan. When after the 3 months, I'll switch to the 5 gig. We're getting storms tomorrow afternoon and evening in St. Louis. Oh, you had to put down your 17-year-old cat. Wow, yeah, that's tough. 17 years peace. That's a long time. Oh, short white guys. Oh, Theo, sorry. No, we Cleveland has had their share of them, and I'm just not crazy about them. Gas price so low in all city. Yeah, I was born and raised in Arnold. I have a Honda Civic runs on CNG. Really? CNG, that's natural gas, right? You have a Honda Civic on natural gas? I've never met anybody, Randy, that had that. I have never seen anybody that I know of. Does your child use Wi Fi? Yeah, make sure you're on Wi Fi at home. Maybe you could foster. Yeah. uh, yeah, for me, if you're asking me, JJB3, if you're asking me, I'm up in the, I'm okay with anything. But I'm just going to go to the open house and just see how things go. That's Thursday. OPEC recently announced plans to increase oil production by more than. Yeah, see? Did your internet go up? No, not yet. And what's funny is I can't sign on to T-Mobile now because it asks for my phone number. Well, my phone number's not in there. So I have to try to use the phone number for the internet. It's all jacked up. I just got to see what they're going to charge me. But when was able to get in there a couple days ago. But now it's like keeps asking me for my phone number. I'm like, I'm not with you anymore. So, and it doesn't default to my email address. It's just another thing that drives me nuts. There's so many things that with electronics it just drive me nuts because I just can't handle them for some reason. My girl was dumped. 4 puppies. Good boy. What kind of gas mileage did you get? I paid 248. Ooh, 248. Holy smokes. Costco. Yeah, I don't know what Costco had, but that was my Sam's Club. Well, that was pretty close. 253, 248. Your dog has back issues. Almost put her down. Then she recovered. Oh, cost for treatment was $3,000. Ooh, Kurt the Squirt. What we will do for our animals, right? That's the other thing is, you know, when you have an animal, you can end up spending quite a bit of money. So there's some good things and some bad things about having an animal. Yeah, wait till she starts paying her own bills. Yeah. Did you say you were going to get a part-time job? What I said was I'm going to do a video tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Talking about because everybody's out there, oh the market, oh this, oh this, oh this, and that's fine. Everybody's doing their little videos about that, but um, I'm looking at a drop in the market. I'm looking at drop in YouTube revenue, and I'm looking at an increase in unplanned expenses. So when you put all three of those together, and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe come wintertime, I really should pick up some part-time work. And there's actually a manufacturing company near me, Stanley Black and Decker. Um, they're always looking for people. Now the pay, like their starting pay is like $17. I don't know if I could work out a deal. I don't even know if they'll do part-time. But the one thing about old people, and yes, there's age discrimination, of course. But the one thing I would say if I went in to apply for a job is you don't have to pay me medical. You're going to save tons of money because you don't have to insure me. I'll be on Medicare. So you don't have to insure me. So I was kind of hoping that would get my foot in the door too. You're late as usual. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. I picked up insurance for my dog. Yeah, there is such thing as insurance. You're right. Mileage on the Civic is 32 miles per gallon. So even with natural gas, I 32, that's just like regular gas. Actually, maybe even a little bit less, huh? We decided in this season of life to not have any animals. Well, you guys are traveling. Um, you guys are traveling, Terry and Keith. You're traveling, and it's then you have to either get somebody to sit with them or take them somewhere, or it gets a little tougher when you're running around. Sue Dishup, where have you been? Uh, Gas in Pittsburgh 369. What? Why? Why would a difference in 369 in Pittsburgh versus 253 here in Cleveland? That makes no sense to me. Tiring, cold turkey has been rough. I like it, but still get not the money. I just feeling. Yeah, there's. I wrestled with that for months. I mean, I think I told you guys. I had the cameras, security cameras, were on my phone, uh, and when I left them on my phone because we didn't really have an IT. We don't have an IT department. We outsource that, so nobody really knows who's got what. But um, but I finally, after a month, because I was hey, did you guys know that and I would text somebody, here was an open door, and I check it, and I got to a point where I just like, what am I doing? And I just wiped it out. But it took about a month, and then I just wiped it out. It's like not my problem, and it's hard. Sometimes it's hard when you're dedicated to it, and then you have to just drop cold turkey, like you're saying. Uh, right, you wouldn't need medical benefits, right? Harder on them. That's been good to us. 319 in Buffalo. PA has. Oh, that's right. You guys have a high gas tax. That's right. Pennsylvania has a high gas tax. Less power, but cleaner. Cleaner for sure. Oh, the FTM 22 a year ago. Today was his last day. Fresh baked bread. Oh, me too. I heard East Coast gets gas from Canada, maybe. I don't know. Give it a few more months. Yeah, you have to give it a few more months. I think it took me around 4 months, give or take. Hey, Dale Kellogg. Are you sure you really? No, I have to put everything together and see how things go. So I'm going to do a video on that. Between the market and everything else, and yeah, there's a transition period. 70 miles from you, transfer PA 369. Man, Los Hills person asked me to work there when I bought some electrical outlets, and that's why I knew how to wire them. I've been lucky. At the Home Depot we got, their electrical and plumbing guys they're pretty good. They're old timers, and they're pretty good. I would like to pick some part-time job that it would be nice to feel relevant. No, it's not about being relevant for me. Now, and yeah, for you it could be, but for me, I don't care about that stuff. I just want to make the extra money. Um, if you guys remember last year, it was my first year of doing YouTube after watching Dwayne doing so well on YouTube, and that's how I started. Just because I saw, wow, you mean you can make that kind of money? And I pulled in 18 grand last year. Now this year, it's way, way down. I mean, way, way down. So, I think I'm going to be probably $7,000 less. That's if I do good the rest of this year. I'll be probably maybe at around 12. If I get lucky, I'll do 12. So, so that then the market, I'm down 10% in my one account. 10% is a pretty good hit. And I'm not sitting on tons of money. So Then like I said, I got this 4,200 bill for electric, which I didn't have to do, but I wanted to get done. And I sit here just shaking my head about it sometimes, but I know I had to do it so I can get on with this bathroom. So the same way in retirement, I have no purpose, kind of makes you feel lost. No, it's not for me, Debbie. I mean, yes, people do feel that way, but I don't have that problem at all. We're probably planning to move to North or South Carolina. Now would be the time. Yep. You started planning when you were 18. Boy, I wish I could have. 335 in Anchorage. Wow. Launcher gets 40 and 20,000 miles, so not worried about gas, right? No, it's not just you, Ray. 250 here. Uh, Maybe you could work part time at Menards. Why is YouTube income down? I don't know. I hear that from Dwayne. Actually, his was down pretty good too. But yeah, 12 grand is not bad. I'm not complaining at all. If I make that much, I don't know um, how much is enough. Actually, what I think I would like to do is like for the next 5 years or until I have to go to what 67. I think after 67, I can make how much I want. So and before that, I can only make 22,000. I think before it starts affecting Social Security. I would like to make 20 grand a year. That would be nice for the next 2 or 3 years. Um, that would make me feel a lot better. Now, if I don't get there, I don't get there, but it would just make me feel better because I didn't retire with a lot. Because remember, I wasn't going to retire. When I left work um, and retired from work, because I've told you guys many times the reasons, but I always thought, okay, I'll take a few months off and then go find something. Well, I never went to go look again. So I thought, well, that's how the Social Security experiment started. Can I live on Social Security alone and not touch my bank account? And, last year it was like $1,000 that I took out of the bank. Um, but I always said, put that little, uh, put that little caveat there that I didn't have any major expenses. I didn't have major travel. I didn't have any of that stuff. So I got lucky for 1 year. You took a part time job as a professor. Huh? You can make as much as you want. Yeah, it's 67, right? Yeah, once you have 67, right? This community is growing on YouTube and Steve. Yeah, yeah. I just watched one of Ronnie's videos not too long ago. Why is this on here? Okay. Taught high school for 27 years. That would have been fun. Did you have the ninth graders or all the way up to the seniors or what? Be careful about Menards, Captain Billy. He could end up being your boss. I know. My wife and I are waiting Max out. It's amazing what you've been waiting. Yeah, I know. The longer you wait, it's that deal again. Um, when is the break even point? For me, I think at 64, um, 63 and 10 months, the break even was around 80. So, you know, your break even, if you take it to 70, your break even's probably what? 98 years old? Have you looked at that? I mean, does it make sense to wait till 70? Yeah, you get more, but you got a lot less life left. So they say, based on the tables, right? Some of the income over the minimum that Social Security takes from you, you end up getting it back. Yeah, no, it's true. You would, yes, you would get it back as once you hit full retirement age, they would recalculate it back in. You're right about that. You were told you have blood cancer, and then a few months later, I asked for something saying they had made a mistake. Oh boy. Oh boy. Know too many who have passed away in their 60s. Yeah. All right, Buzz. Have to get some food. Yeah. Take care. Thank you. And be well. Oh, 9th through 12th. Oh, so you did all in New York City. Whoo, boy. I bow down to you. Cynthia Sunflowers, I bow down to you. Good job. That is a tough, tough job. Yeah, yeah, 8% more, right? If you keep delaying, right? Bass fishing in China. Wow. Yeah, Angela, I could imagine. There's somebody on here that reads CTs and all those scans for a living, and he takes his job very seriously. Does it help your revenue on YouTube if we watch all your older videos? Nah, you don't have to. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about it. What I'd rather everybody do is hit that heart button and donate $1 million. Is that okay? uh, hey, Vicky West, you made it. Hey, Bill Green, how's your weather? Yeah, I mean, and yeah, any of the videos you watch definitely helps, but I don't know, because I said last year it was just, and I don't see. Here's the difference. I don't need the money to live on, right? It's just more of a to put more into the bank account, so I feel more comfortable. Now, like Dwayne, he's actually using his YouTube income to as part of his living expenses because he's not taking Social Security yet. He's trying to hold back on taking. I think he's 63 now. So he's trying to hold back from taking it. So he's trying to, and he's making like $2,800, 3,000 a month. Um, I mean, he every month at the end of the month he does a video that shows how much he has in the bank and how much his YouTube income was, and that's what got me thinking to do a channel. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. But I'm nowhere near what he makes. And then even Joe Coon said in a video he's making 50,000 a year on videos. Now I don't know how many channels he has. I know he puts out a lot of videos, and he's got great content. Joe Coon does, but he might have different channels. There's different avenues to make money, like repair rules. Um, he does a lot of side gigs, and he's been doing some tutorials on his channel. Um, so everybody's got a little thing going. Some people have merchandise, and I haven't done that yet, but because I'm way too lazy. But eventually, I'll probably do that. So just to make an extra couple of bucks for some coffee or something. Yeah, only a million. That's all. Hey, what is the art of the deal? You got to start high and end up low. Thanks again for your podcast. They mean so much for the community. Yeah, hey, you should try. If anybody who wants to start a channel, it's not easy. Um, there's, it's got to catch on, and I'm surprised that I think I'm sitting at 26,000. I mean, I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine 26,000 people subscribe to me. I mean, that's crazy. Um, and there's a lot of good content out there that I've watched certain people that they don't have they're barely getting up to 1,000 subscribers, and their content is great. Now I think the market's getting saturated too. The Dwayne, the guy who retired, yes, with 500K, yes, yep. Hit the heart button, $1,000,000. You're getting funnier. Carl, I got to do what I can. Which you, it's, uh, yeah, retire. Okay, you already put it there, 280 zone. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for putting that out there. Dwayne's a good, like I said, I watched Dwayne and Steve were my first two. Um, Dwayne, because, and the reason I started a YouTube channel is because I saw how much he was making. I think the first video I saw of his month end video, he made $2,800 for the month. And I thought, holy smokes. Now that's before taxes and everything else. And he's using it to live on. So it's a little bit different for me. If I made a buck or two, I don't have to have it, but it'd be nice to pad the account. You always want to pad your account if you can. Because when you retire, you've seen so many people talk about this. It's the first time in 50 years or 40 years that you haven't got a paycheck. Now all of a sudden you're putting out money. Yeah, maybe you get your Social Security, but otherwise you're living off your 401k, your pensions, your savings. Um, if you haven't taken Social Security yet, and that's a little scary sometimes. Let's see who I missed. Angela Land, you should try it. I always thought about maybe driving for one of those medical labs. Um, there are some opportunities for that. Drive for Uber as a business. Yeah, Mr. Silver. I watch Vegas. Vegas. What is his name? Vegas. Now I can't remember anything. Uh, there's a guy in Vegas who does the Uber and he does the he does the well. Actually, he's doing he's picking up food, and that's technically not Uber. Um, but he's doing that kind of stuff. Goes grocery shopping for people and stuff like that. And he documents every dollar he's making for every trip that he makes. So he Vegas Ride Along. That's his channel name. But Vegas Ride Along, and there's others too. Um, there's others that do that as well. But I like the way he puts down for every trip he makes. He shows you how many dollars he's making for that trip. And yeah, and you can make money. And there's another guy. He's just doing Amazon. He's driving for Amazon. He just started, and I can't remember his channel name, but I mean, he went in there one day and sat there for a while, and they didn't have any job for him, and they still paid him. Otherwise, they give you all these packages, and then you drive around. They kind of give you the route to which way to go, and there's wear and tear on the vehicle. That's the only problem. Is it worth it? I don't know. No, it's not a get rich quick program. That's a lot. Well, you guys, Keith and Terry, retired and loving it. If you get a chance, check out their channel. Um, you guys put a lot of effort into it, way more than I would. And yeah, you guys put a lot of. I could tell you guys are doing. You got productions going on. I mean, that's a production. Me, I'm just not. I'm just too lazy to do that. I can't do that. That's what you're doing is called work. And besides that, just now it's not in my vocabulary normally. Thank you, Marissa. Thank you. Merch would be great. Yeah, again, if I wasn't lazy, I would have it out there already. I need Vicky to help me out with that. She could probably do it for me. She's 100 miles a minute. How's your ankle doing, Vicky? I think some 5,000 a month should be enough for. Wait a minute. Uh I'm behind. Oh, you have a channel. Okay, I'll have to check out yours, Cynthia. Buzz Podcast. I'm gonna do that thing. I'm gonna get people invited. Perfect personality. You're genuine, very humble. You need a radio show. Dwayne, Steve, and Joe. Yeah, Josh Scanlon's pretty good too. Uh, Pixie Dust. Enough for 2 retirees where we might have. Ooh. Yeah, you don't have to check the bounce. All right, let me get back down here. Yeah, I'm going to try to get some T-shirts out. Pension, what is that word? I don't know either. The real number, I think, is 1.5 million. A lot of people retire and go back to get another job. No, 1.5 million is way too much. That's way too much. Again, it depends on your lifestyle. I did a video, and basically I said if I repaired, my roof's done, but if I picked up 2 cars, used cars, and I changed out my dishwasher, my washer and dryer, my HVAC, refrigerator. What else did I count in there? Just your basic stuff that's gonna, probably every 10 years you got to replace. I figured $75,000. I mean, think about it. Add it up in your head. What did you pay for your stuff? And if you had to replace it, just add it up. What have you spent? And I'm thinking, I think 75,000 is fair. And if you've got, even if you've got 100,000, you could probably still make it. Now, of course, inflation's going to hit and things are going to change. And there's a lot of, again, it's not science, but 1.5 million? Come on. I mean, yeah, you can take cruises every 2 weeks and take vacations and live the life of luxury. Or if you're in an area where you need to spend that kind of money, sure, I can understand it. But that 1.5 million is crazy. That's just crazy. That just scares people into not retiring. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Yeah, saving to spending. That's right. Lady Kitty, I appreciate that. DoorDash, that's right. DoorDash. Oh, radio dude, how you doing? How's Minnesota treating you today? Instacart, not really worth it. All right, Daria, I'll have to get some merch out there. If someone wants to do it for me, I'll converse with them. I'll even cut you in on it. How about that? How about that? I have 2 houses. My sister lives in one for free. Oh, that's nice. Well, you're not getting any extra money. You're still waiting for your first Social Security check, Alan. I tried the Irish buzzer. It doesn't seem like anything special. What am I missing? You got to close your eyes and try it. You can't just try it with your eyes open. See, there's a trick to it. T-shirts and hats. Okay. So I need somebody to go on Printful and get me some. We got to get some art. And then we have to figure out how we're going to repair rules told us how to do this. And then they'll manage everything and they'll ship it all out. So I need somebody to help me do that because I'll just never get it done. Yeah. Okay. You want the IDC logo on the sleeve, Theo? Okay. Hey, I think Cynthia's sunflowers, I think the Irish butter is, all joking aside, I think the Irish butter is richer and more flavorful. Depending on what you were buying before, right? So I was amazed at how little we actually have spent so far. On 60 days, yeah, and you're gonna run into problems. You're gonna run into like me. This electrical 4200. That's kind of, I'm still shocked by it in a way that I actually signed up for that, but I think it's a good thing to get done. Better now than, and I think another reason too, because I got the old knob and tube, which is not bad. But if you know anything about electrical, which I don't, but all your wires have to be terminated in a work box with the twisties on there, the caps. Well, what they did in the back in 1963, all they did was take 2 wires, wrap them together, and just soldered them, and put a little tape on it. That's all they did. When I pulled those walls out in the bathroom, I just looking at this like, wow. Now, the good news is you have a hot and a neutral separated by a few feet, so there's no touching. But Like in Romex, your Romex, everything's in the same sheath. So there's something to be said for how they did that back then. But when I saw that, and they're just soldering it together, I'm like, man, I want this replaced. Before I put these walls back up, let's replace all this. And it's not cheap. Yeah, that's true. Diablo, that's true. It depends on where you are. Still in New York. I don't know. Everybody's talking about North Carolina, South Carolina, Kentucky, Virginia. And again, depends. What's your personal opinion on Social Security? And, Matt, it's Matt Dole. It's all dependent on your situation. Um, there's nobody has got the same exact situation, and that's why it's such a big topic for everybody. And someone who tells you this is the way to do it is lying to you, because it all depends on your situation. Someone could coach you, but you shouldn't take advice because they don't know your situation. Um, you just got to look at what your spending habits are, what your saving is, and try to project out the next 20, 30 years. And it's hard to do. So there's no easy answer for that. Now, in my case, my mom passed at 43, 44. My dad was passed away at 55. Um, so, my daughter passed away at 34. So I'm thinking I got 10 years. I got 75, which is, according to the tables, pretty fair. I'm thinking, so I got 10 Christmas trees left. That's it. Anyone funding college accounts? Nope. Guardians should put IDC. 65% of your pre-retirement income. That's not true. And again, it all depends. Oh, you got an interview for a part-time job, Noreen? That's good. I mean, it's a start. Get your foot in the door somewhere. Beautiful little home in Irma, South Carolina for under 150. 150 is pretty cheap now. I know these little 3-bedroom ranches in my neighborhood, which isn't, we're not in a big city, but we're not in the suburbs. We're we're a little bit less than a suburb, I think. A little bit less. And the houses around here are, getting valued at over 200,000 just for little 3-bedroom ranches. The prices of houses is pretty high. So 150 for South Carolina, that's pretty good. Yeah, Peter, I don't know. you know, I just I keep thinking, I'm dreaming about that 4,200 now. It's like, man. And not this is a reputable company. So I don't want to go some cheap route, which I could, sure, I could do that, and I could get some, and this is warranted for 5 years, and I just don't want to go the cheap route. Not at my age. Let's do it right or don't do it. What do you all think of life insurance? I have mine, and I've had mine for a long time. 200,000 on me in case Mrs. Buzz snuffs me out. She'll get 200K, and I have 100,000 on her. Hers only costs $40 a month, which isn't bad. Mine's 160, but I'm looking at AARP and all these other ones that send AAA that send me these insurance things. They're double for my age now. For term insurance to get me to 80, they're double. So I have universal. It's not going to ever expire unless I miss payments. Won't expire until I expire. So don't know how much higher it's going to go up, but 160 a month for 200,000. That's what we're doing right now. What do you think of? Okay, looks like everybody in this chat is doing well. Got lots of YouTubers. People are homeless, living in cars. Peace. That happens. That's true. Property tax is definitely a killer. No, Peace, you're right. Um, yeah, I do want my electrical done correctly. Well, Cynthia's sunflowers. It depends on your situation too. What do you need the life insurance for? Um, that's a question you have to ask. Is what's not going to get paid? You pass away. Are you trying to give it to somebody else? Are you trying to keep it for your burial? I mean, you have to ask yourself why you really want it. Mm. Peace. Just to go back to that. Does it seem to you there are more homeless people now? I This is a touchy subject for me because back when my so back when I was 18, my mom passed away, and my aunt took us in, but I kind of wanted to be on my own. And long story short, no matter what I did, where I I was with an apartment with a couple. Then I was in an apartment with three other guys, and we were struggling. But the one thing is, every one of those people worked, and we worked our asses off. I worked every bit of overtime I could work. I would work 7 days a week if they would let me. And and now I'm just not sure. And I know from my experience at work, when I was working at this last place I was at, you couldn't get anybody to work overtime. But yet, come Friday, they got to get their pay. I'm going to be short. If I was an hour short, I was an hour short, and they cry the blues. Well, you know what? Why don't you work some overtime? No, I don't want to work overtime. What are you going to do? I'd ask them. I said, what are you going to do? Go home, play video games? And they go, yeah. So, and I'm not saying that's the cause of homelessness. I think there's issues with alcoholism, drug abuse. But the bottom line is homelessness is sometimes connected to not having a drive to bring home a paycheck. And I hate to be blunt about that, but I feel strongly about that. If you don't have that drive to bring home a paycheck, you're going to end up on the street. You have to have that drive. You have to have that. I want to work overtime. I want to get every penny I can. And if that's not in you, then you're already starting off with a problem. Add alcohol or drug abuse and everything else to that, and it's very easily you can slip down that slope so fast. Um, and that's all I know about it. And some people you can't help that they want that lifestyle. They don't want to work. Um, and then there's some with the psychological problems that they'll never find a job because they just can't. So there's a whole, you can't just put everybody in one box and say this is the issue, because it doesn't work that way, is what I think. Roth IRA. I'm 70. I work 3 days and 3 hours. Yeah, Jay, sorry to get on the soapbox, but I do feel bad for those people too. Um, I do. I really do, because everybody's got a situation, you know, um, and not everybody has it easy. Let's put it that way. And it's not because some of them, it's not because they can't. It's just that, well, they can't. It's not that they won't. It's just they can't. There's just, they have physical limitations or mental limitations that hold them back. And that's sad when you think about it that way too. But again, no easy answers. Finding a job is much more difficult. And it depends on your field too. If you're just going to take a regular, like I said, I'm seeing ads all over that they're going to pay you 15, 16, 17, $18 to go put widgets together. But that's not a lot of money. That's kind of starting out wages, right? Um, but if you want to make the 60, 70, 80, $90,000 a year, that's going to be a tougher gig to find. That's for sure. Yeah, the working class. Well, AI and robotics has been taken over. Robotics has been taken over for a long time. You have a lot of people that beg for money. They could get a job. Well, Theo, I agree and I disagree because you don't know their mental capacity, and that's the problem. But a lot of it is drug abuse. Um, I mean, I know I'm not going to get into all the details, but I know of some people that um, it's a real big issue. If we had Narcan at work, we would have used it once. I mean, one guy just went right down. We had a supervisor who actually went down too from taking something. They both lived, but it's bad. Oh, 15,000 a year plus my pension. Well, that's good. Yeah, everybody's story is different. That's right. That's the thing. You can't put everybody in a box, and I know it's people try to do that. You can't do that. Um, anyway, get off that subject. Why don't we do 0 to 100 for a $25 gift card? And if you haven't been here before, every Saturday night we do a $25 giveaway for a gift card, Amazon gift card that I will send to your email. And hopefully, I'll be able to keep up with this. Alton got one midweek. Oh, that looked like it, but that wasn't it. Here they come, fast and furious. Oh, I missed it. Alton, I have a question there. I missed it. Thank you, 280 Zone. I'm trying to concentrate on numbers. Hey, Kelly. 280 Zone, check me out. But I think Kelly's got this one. But you guys check me out because I might have missed it. But I think Kelly's got it. Kelly, you haven't. I don't even know if you've won one before. Have you? Yeah, wait till my screen gets back up here. When I put that whiteboard up against it, my camera got tricked here. So was that it? 98. Was that it? Was Kelly the only one? Kelly was first and only. Thank you. Kelly, you say nope, you never won one before, or you did? I don't remember now. You never won. Vicky, I'm sorry. Our minds are just not I actually picked that number, so well Kelly deserves it too. He's a good guy. You saw my one. I don't have it with me. It's still in the library, but the one sign, the retirement garage sign, that's Kelly sent me that. That's pretty nice. It's still in the library though. I should bring that out since we're staying in the garage. Yeah, so Kelly's a good guy. He never won before. And Kelly also did that if you guys got a copy of that, if you remember, way back when, he did the thing about cable TV, getting rid of cable TV and what your alternatives were. He did a real nice write up on that, which I think I sent to around 60 people. Um, And someone just asked me for that last week. They saw that video, and that was what, 6 months ago, right, Kelly? That was a while ago. I'm glad you got it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I got to get this sign back in the garage. That's right. Hey, you bought some books. That's cool. What does Mrs. Buzz think of all of us just hanging out with you here? Um, I don't know. I'm not really sure. We're feuding right now, so I don't know. I'll probably be living in the garage. What's for dinner? I cooked ribs, but we're going to keep those for tomorrow. And we're going to have ham tomorrow and asparagus and potatoes is what we got going on. And today we had at Costco, they have this yeah, Thai, Thai pad, Thai pad or something. Uh, it's a little box meal or something. Pad Thai. I'm saying it backwards. Pad Thai type of it's a Kevin's meal, I think. If you guys know that, it's gluten free, organic, all that good stuff. And it's pretty good. I actually like those. It's we had that tonight. Well, you ever get to meet her? I did a short with her. Um, I've done two shorts with her. One with the aluminum Christmas tree that I got a blue ribbon. Oh, by the way. And last Easter, we were coloring eggs, and she's on there, which I'll try to get her again tomorrow for Easter. I'll try to get her on the film again. Got the email, Buzz. Now I have to decide if you want a book or a bag of socks. Whoa, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Chocolate bunny. Ham is for Easter. That's right. We got the ham. I got it from Aldi. I'm not allowed to say Aldi's. I got admonished for that. So it's Aldi. Yeah, I got it on sale at Aldi. But I tell you what, there's a bunch of stores like even Mark's, Giant Eagle. Where else did I go? Aldi. There's man, they're loaded up on hams. I tell you what, come Monday, Tuesday, they're going to be priced to sell. Yes, she was in the aluminum Christmas tree short that I did. There was one where she was helping me because she was helping me decorate that. It was in August, was it? You like the Kevin's? Yeah, they're pretty good. The bunny rabbit cake. My aunt or my grandmother, maybe it was my aunt, made. They had a lamb mold that they made a cake out of, and they put coconut as the fur or the whatever you call it. Nope, she doesn't want to do. She doesn't want to do it. You're not an Aldi fan? Yeah, I just ran in to grab the ham. You had a ham sandwich from Panera today. Last holiday alone tomorrow. That's right. 1.5 weeks, boy. Yeah, then you'll be out there. That's good. Good idea about yeah. We Sam's Club. I think 2 years ago they were marked them down like 50% off or something, and I grabbed one up quick and put that in the freezer. And we ate it during the summer or something. We didn't wait till a year later, but it was nice to have it fairly cheap. My dad and uncles were around. We all lived in the same town. We had a huge feast every. Now they're all gone. Yeah, that's the thing. We had a table. Our table, we could expand it out. We got this teak table, and uh, it's a hutch. And I can tell you the guy's name. He's maybe you guys are familiar with this real quick. If you guys are familiar with this name, it was a company in Michigan actually that made this thing, But anyway, we could pull it out. We can put extra leaves in it, and we picked up the hutch and the table with 6 chairs for $400 years and years and years ago. I just happen to have called Calvin Grand Rapids, and furniture designed by Paul McCobb. And he was very, straight lines, and so it's called Calvin in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I think they're out of business now. I think they went out of business in the early '70s, I think. But if you guys have heard of any of that, let me know. Let me get back up here. What do you guys bring if you're invited over? Hmm. Yeah, yeah, 149 a pound. That's right, Arlene. That's what I paid. Who are the Browns drafting? If they don't trade down, they'll pick up that cornerback wide receiver. Because that defensive guy, I'd like to have him, but he's got a stress fracture. I don't even want to fool with him. Hey, Merry Happy Easter. Bring candy, peace. Bottle of wine. I don't drink wine. That would not be good for me. Yeah, Ma Deuce, that's a good idea. Zoo coat. Off topic. Just wanted to say you're a special guy. Thanks for being you. Well, I appreciate that, Greg. I appreciate that. That's not off topic. I mean, you guys, all 149 of you could say that. I don't care. Hey, I don't get, when I go anywhere, it's not like anybody's, you know, saying, hey, they're all kind of looking at me like, what are you doing, old man? And I told you the barbershop story, right? I went into the barbershop on one of my videos, and, 60 years this thing's been open. And I started going back there after I retired, and I got my haircut there when I was 5 years old. So, um, and the guy who owned it retired, but his son now has it. So I walked in. There's three barbers. There's Nick, the son, and there's two other guys. And I walked in there, and there was a kid sitting there in line, and then there was another guy or a lady, and the lady starts talking to me, and I couldn't really understand what she was saying. And she said haircut or something, and I'm like, I'm thinking, why are you talking to me? Like, what? I don't get it. And there was an empty chair there, so I looked over at the owner, like, is this like this lady's a little, in the head somehow? And she had a something over her shirt. And then she opened her shirt, and it said something like had a name of Barb the barber. And she goes, I'm a barber, and I'm asking you if you want to cut. I'm like, hey, I'm not used to women talking to me. So, you know, I'm sorry. I just say first time since the place opened, they've had a woman barber. I had no clue. I mean, it just shocked me. And here's this lady talking to me. I don't even know what she's saying. And so I said, okay, I'm good now. Spiral ham, 79 cents. We don't have a Meyer, at least I don't think, close by. We got our ham for free. Just had to spend 200 during the month. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, that was weird. I've never been to a Trader Joe's. Yeah, I know. It's just when she's talking, like, how you're not paying attention when someone's talking to you because you don't think they should be. Like, it was just weird. It wasn't about my hearing. It was just that I wasn't expecting her to talk to me. Like, why? Why would she talk to me? Like, I'll go to a waiting room. I'll go to different places for doctors and dentists and all that. Nobody talks to anybody. If I will do this, I'll start the conversation because that's how I am. Nobody talks to me. I mean, everybody's either into their phone or, whatever, but it's gotten to a point where unless you get an old guy or something, we might eyeball to eyeball and then start shooting the stuff. But if there's, younger people, they're just into their phones. They don't even recognize you, and here's this lady, and I'm just so used to not being recognized, I guess. Nope. I do enjoy chats. Thanks so much for doing this. Since I retired so few people, I'm afraid that very soon I'll forget. That's an issue too. That one video I did, no friends in retirement. Um, you can look for that. Got 800,000 views. So, and that means what? That means that there's a lot of people out there that clicked on that video because, you know, two things: their working life, they had people that they saw every day, just like I did. Every day you saw those people. Then when you retired, they were gone. For the most part, they're gone. And then your family either moves away, kids move away, you're an empty nester. Then the old timers start passing away, and you look around and it's just you or you and your spouse, and that's it. You know, so yeah, that whole no friends in retirement or no family in retirement, it really is a thing. I have my date set and I'll be near 61 years old. It's time. So you're gonna try at 61, huh? Ham and turkey are both underutilized. Ever had honey baked ham? I believe they started. Yeah, I think we got it once. To me, I don't know. I don't think it was all that to brag about. To tell you the truth, but a lot of people like them. I mean, they're not bad, but they're expensive. Um, I just rather just get a regular old ham. We make our own glaze, and I wanted to try that cherry glaze this year. They're already pre-cooked, so what I do is I put it on the smoker. I put those what are those pepper not peppercorns, but what am I putting in there? um, what am I putting in there? Come on, you guys. What am I putting in there? Cloves. Thank you. Thank you. What would I do without you guys? Um, yeah, but I put the cloves in there, and then I wanted to make this year cherry sauce. There's recipes all over the internet, and then coat it with that. But usually they give you some kind of crappy thing with brown sugar or something. And most of the time I'll just use that. Yeah, that's a video many can relate to. Yeah. Do you have a senior center? No. If we do, it's well kept secret. That's why I try to make Saturdays. This community helps have others to meet up with. Yeah, and that's true. Like I've told you with the phone number and the email. There's some of you, and I'm not going to get into who tells me or who emails me or who calls me, but there's a number of people on here. Yeah, Helen, thank you, and Dale and Brian. But there's a number of people on here that we converse. Once a week, um, once a month. Just hey, how you doing? What's going on? Kind of thing. And it's cool. And that's what this channel has brought to me anyway. Is some extra long distance friendships, I guess. And that's cool. I really like that. Full strength horseradish for my ham sandwiches. Oh, Mrs. Buzz likes that zoo, but not me. Anyway, we have gone an hour and a half. Holy cow, how fast does the time go? 140 of you still here. That's I really appreciate that. An hour and a half later, you're hanging with me, and I really appreciate that. But we should get off, and we should um, get ready for tomorrow for whatever you have to do. And you all have a good, safe Easter. And we'll probably see you again next week. We have the football draft on Thursday. Friday, I get to do my taxes. So that'll be a fun time on Friday and see if the payment I made to the IRS was enough. 90 minutes of loving it. Oh, that's cool. We like your videos and look forward to the lives. Well, I appreciate that. Hey, Theo, take care, Theo. You at the cabin or you home? Hey, Brian. I hope you're feeling better too, Brian. You should be doing pretty good. Hopefully. Helen, happy Easter. And Sherry, I feel like the romper room lady, right? I see Kathy. I see Angela. I see Carlos. I see 280 Zone. Peace. Kathy N. Arlene. Gracie. Happy Easter. Brenda. Yeah, they are good people, aren't they, Theo? Mary Ann Cena. Happy Easter to you. Franklin is close to Columbus. Okay, that's 2.5 hours from me. Heading to the grocery store. Don't buy too much. Good luck with your taxes. Yeah, I know, Jay. Hopefully I got it right. I did it on TurboTax, but I didn't hit the send button because I want this guy to help me out and just make sure I didn't screw this up because of the YouTube income and the ACA having that. And that's two things I've never had before, and I just don't want to get screwed up on it. JNP96. Thank you for the rabbit. He said my name, Angela Land. You always remind me every time I see your name, Angela. You remind me of Angela Lansbury, right? I liked her. Yeah, she passed away, right? Yeah, what was she in? She was in some program that I watched. Not one of my favorite programs, but every time I see your name, Angela, I just think of that for some reason. Kathy D. Altenbahn. You went with the book. That's good. Kathy N. Oh, since Billy isn't here, I got to keep it up. Doc D. He is Riz. Vicky West. Yeah, we should have a good time tomorrow. Murder She Wrote. That's right. Yeah, Murder She Wrote. Angela Lansbury. She's been in other things too, but that was a big one. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Thank you guys. I appreciate that, Sherry. You guys all remember Murder She Wrote, huh? Yeah, we start the long good night. Now, see, Carl, you're supposed to say, but the party just started. See, you're supposed to fill in for Captain Billy here, and you're not doing a very good job. I'm going to rate you as like a C minus today, Carl, and I'm going to let Captain Billy know that you're just you're just off a little bit. Daryl, what's that last name? Zermitzlicker. Boy, that's a tough one for me. I've got a North Cleveland education, so my sister's name is Cindy, and she always thanks my mom for not naming her Candy. Yeah, I can imagine that. Hey, Candyland. That was a big popular game growing up, right? I think we still have it. Can't stay, Blue Jay. Take care, Stuart. Enjoy your day. I know it's just starting out for you, like 8 o'clock in the morning or something, right? A clean chat tonight. I put subscribers only, that you had to be a subscriber. And sometimes I'll just put to anybody that can be on. But I've been putting the last two just subscribers only. You have to be a subscriber for at least 20 minutes. So if someone does try to just see the live and then try to just, say something, they can't. They have to be subscribed for at least 20 minutes. And I figured by then they'll be passed out or whatever. So time to purge stuff. You still have candy. Yeah, tell me about it. I think I got Battling Tops. We got Trouble, Candyland. We got those. What do they call them? Squiggly Wigglies or something with the heat. Um, we got all kinds of stuff that we just and so, some of that I don't want to give up. I mean, it's pretty cool. Some of those are actually worth money now. Trouble, yeah. Oh, we used to play that a lot. Trouble is with the little ball or plastic thing that you would pop it for the die to jump around. Yahtzee, yeah, we still have that. We haven't played it in a long time. List them on eBay. I do want to start. I was watching Repair Rules He's got, matter of fact, he was selling golf clubs, a golf club on eBay, and he was walking us through the process. Um, I should do that. We have Twister. Hey, Carl. Hey, how about get the Twister out and you and Captain Billy, if you film that, I guarantee it'll get 1 million views. You and Captain Billy doing Twister. Wow, that would be just cool. He hated. Oh, he gets so mad because he had to hear that pop. Yeah, selling your antique games. Oh, we have a bunch of stuff to sell. I was gonna say World Money Wins. He's I forget his first name. I just know him as World Money Wins. I did a video because he was on a TV show talking about gold, and he just redid the video or clipped it, the video, because gold was at $2,300, and now it's at 3,300 or something like that. So it went $1,000, and since I did that, I shouted him out on a video 6 months ago, maybe, I don't remember. But anyway, he's selling DVDs. He's selling all the stuff that he finds. He says, you have a treasure trove of stuff in your house and your garage. Just look around, and there's somebody that'll always want it for whatever reason. They'll want to buy it. And that's what I got to do. I got to start, breaking things down. And this goes to Goodwill. This I'll sell on eBay. This I'll throw out. I do have to do that. It would be fun to meet you all someday. Yeah, it would be fun, wouldn't it? I'll spend for you guys. All right, see you, Vicky. Oh, you already got rid of your stuff? All right, anyway, we're at a minute or an hour and 36 minutes, so we're going to call it a night. And again, we'll see you. I'll probably do a midweek one. So I don't know when, because I want to try out this, and I need a guinea pig. So somebody email me if you want to be a guinea pig, maybe next week. Maybe we'll shoot for, let's see, I got the electricians are coming probably Wednesday. Thursday, I'll be busy. Friday, I got taxes, but I'm going to try to fit it in on one of those days. If you can, email me if you want to be a part of, we're going to do a side-by-side video, sort of like a Zoom call. So you'll have to show your face. So Carl, put the makeup on if you want to volunteer. And we'll just do a quick 5 minutes or 10 minutes with you there, just so we could start meeting some of our regulars. I think it would be fun. Not to put you on a spot or anything, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll just do that. So I'll play with that program next week, midweek, and just see if we can get it working well. All right, guys, we'll see you. Thank you for being here. See you next week, and enjoy your Easter. Take care. Stay out of jail.